Hey everyone, Ariel Adams here with aBlogtoWatch. Today I'm going to review the Casio G-Shock Move GBD-H2000. There's a slightly more specific version for this color variant, but this is the GBD-H2000, which follows up on last year's, not that long ago, GBD-H1000. And this watch is a significant improvement in a lot of ways. It includes totally new software, as well as a new case, which is thinner and I believe lighter than the one before. So I actually thought the GBD-H1000 was a very cool and advanced watch, and Casio says, just you wait until you see the follow-up. We've made a lot of improvements. The fact that there are not only constant iterative designs, but so much innovation in a short period of time means that Casio is one of the last remaining watchmakers to truly see themselves as making state-of-the-art technology products that are meant to compete with today's, contemporary consumer needs. So this is a sports activity watch, and it combines a lot of what you like about G-Shock with modern fitness trackers and things like that. It has smart capabilities. I wouldn't call it a smartwatch per se in the traditional sense, though it arguably is a lot of that. Casio, as of right now, has actually pulled out of the full-on smartwatch market, meaning watches that will feature something like Google's Wear OS, because they were not particularly happy with the fact that they couldn't control a lot of the software. So here you can see their built-in software here, and it includes a lot more functionality and a very different way of operating the watch. This is something that you've probably never seen before in a Casio G-Shock, this new operating system. And it relies, of course, on the MIPS screen. So this is a different kind of screen that you're used to. This is very high contrast. This memory in pixel screen is what MIPS means. So it's kind of an evolution on e-ink, and it's definitely great because you have high contrast, low power use, and it's overall really great. And there's a lot of new things here that, of course, you normally don't see in your suite of G-Shock software. And again, this connects to your phone via Bluetooth, so you can get notifications and things like that. It does, of course, communicate with software, especially for the activity tracking, but I don't want it to seem as this is not a standalone watch, because you can use this without any of that connectivity at all. It is, of course, as an activity tracker. You have a heart rate monitor, blood oxygen, of course, an accelerometer in here, so it's got pretty much everything you want in terms of a modern fitness tracker. I've compared the previous generation against things like the Apple Watch and Garmin, they're various smartwatches. And again, nearly identical readings on things like heart rate and various sensors. Casio is obviously very sophisticated in what they call the ABC, altimeter, barometer, compass sensors, which this watch has inside of it. So there's just so much this watch can do. And now with the smart functionality and this better software, just that much more that it can do on top of that. Again, what's also exciting is, in addition to being able to charge with this clip, there's actually one right here. It's a very strange shaped clip here. You have to, every generation there's like a new clip. They can't seem to get it right. I thought this one was interesting. So it kind of fits there, and then it kind of hugs under the screen. I guess that's what they came up with. It's pretty secure there. That's actually what you want to worry about, is how easily it can come off and get a false connection where you think it's charging, but it actually hasn't connected on the ports, and it doesn't there. So that's how you charge it if you need a lot of power. But this is a solar powered watch as well. So you can see that there is a photovoltaic cell there around the screen, which means that if you're in the sunlight enough, you could get a decent boost. You'd have to be in the sunlight an awful lot to completely operate this watch all the time with just the solar charging. Maybe you could do it. I haven't tested it. But again, Casio obviously wants to move in the direction where you don't necessarily need to charge your watch that often. And there's a lot of like real world military survival, whatever applications, so that unlike the world of just, traditional luxury watches, there's actually real reasons why these watches need to improve. So again, there's so much customization here. You can change the style. There's a lot of things you can do. This is new software. So even though there's so much you can do with this new generation of software, you can see in the GBD-H2000, it's going to be a while before the average person knows how to use all this and, gets accustomed to some of the things here. For example, sometimes you hold this button in here. That's how you get the activity workouts, and you can sort of cycle through there. So there's just a lot to learn. How you change some of the more basic things in here, again, you'll have to just either go through the software. It's a little bit of a learning curve, but this is some of the most sophisticated stuff that Casio is doing. It's at a very competitive price point. It's got their, their carbon case backs here. There's so much great stuff here in terms of the wearing comfort. The design looks, very modern, very advanced, even just a few years ago. Innovative screen and software. So this is really some of the state of the art of where G-Shock is at. And it's not even their highest price points. They definitely go way higher than this. This version of the G-Shock Move, the GBD-H2000 1A, is just $399. So definitely intended for a mainstream audience. There's different color versions, and this is going to be the best until next year or the year after that, when Casio beats themselves. You can see the full review of the Casio G-Shock Move GBD-H2000 on aBlogtoWatch. Thanks.